Graffiti. As a concept, it has been on the streets for decades. Some of it good, and some of it bad. But what graffiti constitutes as an urban art, and what is just vandalism, this in itself is a greatly conflicted subject. Whilst graffiti is trying to put across their own individual messages, is this always done in a stylish way? And is it always the right way to put across this point? In a recent poll, it was found that more women than men saw graffiti as an urban art rather than an illegal infringement. So where is the line between urban art and vandalism? Does the line between the two depend on the skill level that the graffiti is done by and what message it sends? Or is it down to where the graffiti is placed or what's written? Graffiti will be an everlasting situation, some good, some bad. Is there ways to narrow this down, or maybe change the public's view of this? In Leeds, graffiti can be found on almost every street. But one street in particular has taken this urban art as an opportunity to brighten their community. I was lucky enough to speak to the member of the team that made Headingley's electrical boxes into a street exhibition. So whose idea was it to do the work on the electrical boxes?
So the idea for the boxes came about from my friend and next door neighbour Ruth, and she got the contact details of the guy at Virgin Media who gave us permission to start the project. There's a group of neighbours who are all friends who kind of met to come up with ideas about how it would work, and but yes, it was Ruth was the kind of the ringleader.
The ringleader.
Yeah, Ruth is one of those kind of community activists who does loads of things, and she sees an opportunity, and rather than thinking that's a good idea, she just makes it happen.
Why did you want to do the project?
I suppose really, for me, it's just simply about bringing some colour and creativity to the streets and celebrating, our area.
Yeah.
It's not kind of, I'm not particularly an expert in street art or anything like that, but I do appreciate beautiful things and colourful things, and I think that there's something to be said for feeling cheerful on your way to work or on your way home from school, something that brightens up the streets.
It does affect it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good thing. It's nice to be able to kind of create a bit of an identity in the area, I think, and say, this is our area, we love it, and you're all welcome, but we hope you love it too.
Would you say, in your experience, that this street art has given a positive effect?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think one of the nice things about it is that it's brought different parts of the community together, but we brought in, so as a group, we brought in local artists, and some of them were students from the College of Art, some of them were just local artists, no connection to a university, and lots of retired residents who live in the area who came up with the idea. And I think that's really important to say, actually, because it's sometimes the pensioner generation who are dismissed as being fuddy-duddies or stuck in their ways, and they were actually the ones who started this idea and who had the motivation to do it. I also just think that there's just so much kind of division and negativity at the moment in the world. We're being encouraged by the government to hate each other and to fear each other. So anything that gets the community talking and brings people together is a great thing in my
That's
book.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I want to move here.
Yeah.
Would you say, because in Bristol there's now lots of walls where graffiti is legal, would you say there should be more places like that in areas such as this where...
I would love that, yeah. I love Bristol. We were in Bristol last month, and I think it's beautiful. I think the colour and creativity that it brings is gorgeous, and I think it's really nice for people to be able to express themselves in their community, and for people to say, this is what makes us special. The messages that is on a lot of the artwork in Bristol is it's really, really important, powerful messages about community and unity as well. So I love Bristol, and one of the main reasons I love it is for the street art. I think that street art is something that can appeal to anybody. Something that you can bring to the streets and people can enjoy it, and they don't have to pay to get into a gallery, and maybe that they can feel that that's something that they can do. It's achievable to paint on a wall, where it's not achievable to have a piece of art hung in a gallery. Is a lot less achievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think street art's a wonderful thing.
This community project has shown that graffiti is not always a form of vandalism and can be used as a way of bringing people together and giving areas a personality. Of course, people that leave their mark can do it in an irresponsible way and can even ruin architecture and nature. This gives an unfriendly feel to many urban streets. In a recent interview in Leeds, it was found that some graffiti can actually make people feel uneasy and make them feel unsafe in their local area. Of course, people that use this to scribble their name on a wall has ruined the public's view of this art. But when done right, it can truly change an area. For more on this subject, check our article below. And for more stories on urban art, subscribe to us. But for now, tag responsibly.